Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this class, we'll quickly look at how to draft the off-shoulder pattern, and I will show you one of the easiest ways to get your off-shoulder. Most times when you hear clients say, I want to make an off-shoulder, but I don't want it to come down very well. I don't want it completely off the shoulder like that. So I'll just show you how it can be achieved. So I have my body lines drawn already, and we'll be working with bust circumference of 34 inches. 34 divided by 2 is going to give me 17. 17 plus 2 for allowance on the pattern will give me 19. So I'm going to be marking that 19 straight down like so. Now we're still going to divide this 19 by 2 to enable us get our front and back. So 19 divided by 2 is going to give us 9.5. Okay, so now we're working with we want to draft the basic bodice and then alter it to an off shoulder. So I'm going to choose here as my CB, my center back, and I'll be using here as my center front. Now the back for my back length is 14, so I'll just mark that out here. 14. And my front length is 16. Okay. Alright. Now next thing will be for us to get our chest line, and our chest line is going to be 8.25. Now we have our lines for the back complete. Now for the front, the next line will be the shoulder to bust point, and I have it to be 10. Next will be shoulder to under bust, and I have that to be 13. Okay. Now the next thing will be for us to start drafting proper. I'm working with shoulder measurement of 14. Now 14 divided by 2 will give me 7. Now my shoulder slope for back is 1 inch, while the shoulder slope for front is 1.5 inches. Now we can start with a neckline of 3 inches by 3 inches. Even though we're going to alter it later, we're going to be altering it, but let's start with this. Okay. For the back, I'm going to be doing 3 by 1. Next thing is for us to finish up our ankle, and to do that, we'll be bringing down the shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches. Now, to complete the shoulder, for the back, from your shoulder slope, measure out what you have. I have mine to be 7.25 and that will be 3.6. Now, from that mark, I'm going to be coming in by 0.5. From the shoulder slope, I'll connect a straight line down like so. And then on my chest line, this is my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to be imputing my bust circumference. My bust circumference divided by 4, which is going to give me 8.5, like so. And then I'll just come in with my curve and finish it off, like so. Now for the front, I don't need to divide by 2. I'm just going to come up by 3 inches, then go in by 0.75, get a straight line to that point. Then my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 8.5. Next inches of there, and then finish it up like so. Next thing is we're going to be creating our dart. Now I'm working with a nipple to nipple point of 6 inches. Divided by 2 is going to give me 3. So I'm going to mark that on my waistline, my under bust line, and on the bust point line, like so. Okay, draw a straight line there. From the bust point, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch, and then I'm going to be opening up my dart by 0.75 on both sides. Now I'll be connecting these points now to create my dart legs. Okay, I'll repeat the same process for the back. 3 inches, 3 inches. Okay, and then I'll open up my dart also by 0.75, 0.75, and then connect it. Okay, so we have our dart there. Next thing is for us to get our waist measurement. Now we're working with waist measurement of 28 inches. So 28 divided by 4 is going to give us 7 inches. Now we need to add back our dart intake, which is 1.5 inches. 0.75 plus 0.75 will give us 1.5 inches. So altogether it's going to give us 8.5. And then I'll connect it like so. Now I'm going to repeat the same process for the center back, but first I'm going to take 0.75 for back tightening, and I'll just roll it up and take it up like so. So this is up, and we have our new back line. So our waist circumference for the back is also 8.5, which is here. Now please note you are taking it from the new back line, and then we have that there. Okay, now the next thing we are left with is our bust dart, which is the difference between the front length and the back length. Now we have the front length to be 16 and the back to be 14. So 16 minus 14 will give us 2 inches, and you're going to be inputting that from the bust point line here, 2 inches, and you just bring it down like so. You mark the 2 inches here, and I'm going to be marking 1 inch away from the bust apex there, and I'm going to just connect this up like so. Okay, so this is our basic block, which we will be altering to the off shoulder. Now next thing we want to do is to tighten our underbust, which is UB here, our underbust line. And I'm working with underbust circumference of 29 inches. So 29 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.25 here. So I'll mark that point and then measure out what I have left. I have it to be 1.25 inches. Now I'm going to divide that by 2, but I'll just put 0.5 in front here and then 0.75 on the other side of my dart legs here. Then I'll just come in with my ruler, connect that point, and then take it back to meet my dart leg. And I'll repeat the same process for this one also, which is like this. Okay, and then connect it up like so. So I've tightened my underbust. Now to go to the alteration proper, which is the off shoulder, you can either decide to use the ample princess dart, it doesn't really affect it in any way, or you decide to use the shoulder dart. For this tutorial, I'll be using the shoulder dart, which is so I'm going to measure out what I have on my shoulder here, which is 4.25. So 4.25 divided by 2 will give me 2.125. Okay, so I'll mark that point there and just roll it straight down to make my bust apex here. And I have my shoulder dart there. Now to create your off shoulder, it all depends on how low you want it to be, or just how you want it to be. You know, some persons will come and say, I want off shoulder, but I don't want it completely off the shoulder. I don't want it very low. I don't want to expose my body and all that. So all you need to do is just come to the shoulder here and decide on how low you want it to be. You can do 1 inch, you can do 2 inch, you can do 3 inch. This is all that determines how low your off shoulder is going to come. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be doing 1.5 inches off the shoulder. Okay, so I'll mark that point there, that 1.5, and then from the neckline also, this is like your cleavage. Now this side is what determines your cleavage, how exposed your cleavage is. So you can now determine how low you want it to be. Now, so from the shoulder, I'm going to be doing 6 inches. Okay, so I've marked that point there, 6 inches. If you still want it higher, you can do 5. That is if you don't want to expose anything, but I think 6 inches is just fine. And then you just come with your curve and just connect it like so. Can you see? And if you want it lower, you can just make it lower, and that's based on your choice. Now, where my shoulder dart and this line meets, I'm going to be doing an overbust tightening there, and I'll be doing overbust tightening of 0.5 inches on both sides, and then I'll just use a straight line to bring it down like so, and I'll repeat the same process for the other line. So can you see I've done that, and I'll just repeat the same process for the back also. Measure out what you have on your shoulder, and I have it also to be 4.25, which will give me, divided by 2 will give me 1.25, 2.125 rather, and then I'll connect it like so. Then from the shoulder, I did 1.5 for front, so I have to do the same thing for the back, which is 1.5 there. And then on the center back neckline also, I'm going to determine how low I want it to be. You know, your back can be lower than the front. It's all about choice. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'll use the same 6 inches, and then I'm going to come with my curve and then just connect that like so. Can you see? And then I will also tighten this place up by 0.25 on both sides like so, and then just connect it back like so. Okay, so this is off the shoulder pattern. So now I'll be cutting it out for you to see how it looks. So this is our off shoulder pattern. So this is our CF and this is our SF. This is our CB and this is our SB. Okay, you can choose to make this side unfold, and you can decide to just cut it open, input your seam allowance here and join. It's all about what you want. So this is our pattern. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. See you next time. Bye.